Hello and welcome back, broadcasting directly at El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma, an exclusive adults-only hotel in the heart of the Mexican Caribbean. This is Mexico News Networks, and we are continuing with more information for you. The itinerant Tianguis Turístico de México. This year will feature 3 grand states competing to host the 2016 edition. These are Guanajuato, Guadalajara, as well as Querétaro. It was only in the year 2011 when the government of Mexican President Felipe Calderón declared that the Tianguis Turístico de México an itinerary event. Ever since then, it has been hosted by 3 different destinations, one in Puerto Vallarta, the second one in Puebla, and the last year edition was hosted in Riviera Maya. Mexico's Minister of Tourism, Ms. Claudia Ruiz Massieu, published in the official journal of the Federation the tender for the next venue for the Tianguis Turístico de México 2016. The winner will be announced at the closing ceremony of this year's edition. Despite delays, the states of Guanajuato, Jalisco, and Querétaro have already declared their grand interest in hosting the most important event in Mexico's tourism industry. The government of Mexico City also expressed great interest in the tender, however, ultimately declined due to the proximity of the deadline to subscribe. According to Mr. Miguel Torruco, Mexico City's Minister of Tourism, more time would have been needed to organize the event and appropriately showcase the Latin American megalopolis. The applicants had 5 days from the tender's publication to enter their submissions with the Ministry of Tourism. The applications were then to be closely scrutinized by the Ministry of Tourism's selection committee. To be eligible for this, each and every state would have to meet the following criteria. Number 1, guarantee an exhibition area of 15,000 square meters, adequate connectivity, as well as infrastructure for tourism, and estimate a cost in terms of human resources, finance, and technological requirements. Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto informed that Acapulco would host the 2017 edition in accordance with the rule that each other year the event is to be held in this coastal city. Moving along with more information about this important tourism platform, the Tianguis Turístico de México, being the largest platform for promoting and marketing tourism products and services in the nation, is celebrating its 40th anniversary in the 2015 edition and is projecting the highest record of assistance to today. According to the CEO of Mexico's Tourism Board, the CPTM, Mr. Rodolfo Lopez Negrete, this edition should be a total success. Almost 300 companies have confirmed their participation in this international gathering. Indeed, 93% of the event's stands are already booked at the time this note was published. This 40th edition of the Tianguis Turístico will take place from March 23rd to close on the 26th in the coastal city of Acapulco in the state of Guerrero. Despite the latest news on this specific destination, the local city government has confirmed that it is prepared to host the 13,000 attendees expected to participate only in this event. The CPTM has invested around $258 million only in organizing the Tianguis Turístico, which will be hosted by Hotel Mundo Imperial, a 262,000 square meter forum located a mere 2.5 kilometers from Acapulco International Airport. At the 13th edition of the National Forum of Tourism, Mr. Lopez Negrete also announced that this year the Tianguis will welcome the presence of 10 new international buyers only from the Middle East. Continuing along with the information, the year 2015 will be a decisive year for our planet. In December in Paris, the COP21 will aim to reach a universal agreement that enables us to limit global warming to 2 degrees Celsius. As we celebrated the International Women's Day, I would like to emphasize an important point. By promoting gender equality, we can contribute to the success of these negotiations and vice versa. A successful COP21 event would help reduce gender inequalities. You may wonder yourselves why. First of all, women are the primary victims of climate change, for it is poor communities who are the most vulnerable and suffer the worst of its impacts, and women make up 70% of those in poverty throughout the world, not only Mexico. As a result, they are and will continue to be the most heavily affected. According to the United Nations, when a natural disaster strikes a region, the risk of death is increased by 14 times higher for women, mainly because they are not targeted as a priority by disaster warnings and prevention programs. Climate change also increases the number of constraints on women who are responsible in many regions for providing food, water, as well as fuel for their families. The effects on climate change on soil fertility and the availability of water and therefore food security in developing nations place greater pressure on women. Another worrying fact is that these constraints result in also many household work, which often leads to girls dropping out of high school. The conclusion is simple. Combating climate change means fighting for women's rights also. As the primary victims of climate change, women are also often as the main source of solutions. As development experts highlight, a program designed without taking women into account is less effective than the exact same program planned with them. The same logic applies to climate change initiatives, which also count as development programs. In Rwanda, the program set up 5 years ago by United Nations Women, which seeks to promote the participation of women in 15 cooperatives in the Kiri district, which has led to a marked increase in crop yields and spreading of climate-smart production techniques. Another solid and concrete example is the Kenyan reforestation campaign launched by Wangari Maathai with the support of her country's inhabitants. She became the very first African woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize and show the importance of women's role in the transition toward more sustainable development. In light of these facts, one thing is certain: women must be placed at the heart of national and local climate strategies and also at the heart of international climate negotiation. As for the future withholds, presidents of COP21 in Paris will ensure this: the climate battle must be fought for and with women. A revolutionary light bulb was created by Mexicans. That's right. This means to light up unprivileged communities, providing clean and affordable energy. For some time now, the growing concern with the enormous amounts of waste generated by big cities has led scientists to look for new ways to recycle and make the most of renewable sources of energy. An example of this is the Luciérnaga, literally in English, firefly light bulb, created by Mexican engineer Moisés Venegas Samperio, who planned it with the welfare of low-income communities at mind. According to a press release issued by Mexico's National Board of Science and Technology, the CONACYT, some of the advantages of the Luciérnaga are that the device is made only from PET and functions on renewable energy. This project was developed by Acelus, a company founded in the Mexican engineer with the help of his 4 brothers. In the following months, it will be implemented in underprivileged communities near the Ajusco volcano in the Tlalpan borough of Mexico City. The name Luciérnaga refers to its characteristic shape, which resembles a firefly. This versatile light bulb can be used at home like an ordinary light bulb or also in public lampposts. It works by letting sunlight through its transparent surface to change PV cells during daytime. Once it has charged, the battery provides power to light up a LED lamp when the sun goes down. The patent for this product is still pending, however, but it's already an ingenious way to provide nighttime lighting to communities that lack power due to being cut off from major grids. According to Venegas, they have already been identified several places with this kind of problem, and during the next stage, they plan to take the Luciérnaga light bulb to underprivileged communities in the Mexican states of Veracruz, Guerrero, Oaxaca, Hidalgo, and Chiapas. The Mexican engineer also stated that there is an international association that delivers electricity to developing countries, which has shown a lot of interest in the Luciérnaga's innovative design and affordability. We'll be right back with more information on Mexico and the world. Stay with us.